Hey guys, it's Edwin here, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to talk about emotional numbness. I'm going to talk about what's it and some of the common terms used and some of the common misconceptions when it comes to emotional numbness, as well as some of the common signs so that it can help you identify if you are suffering from emotional numbness. I'm also going to explain to you how to deal with it and stay tuned. So emotional numbness is this aspect where you just find yourself in an instance where you can't feel your emotions. You may not be able to feel joy or sadness, or you just flat. Some people may say that they are operating in autopilot. Like where you just find yourself doing things, being busy, like things are moving, but it's like mentally you are off shift. And then some people may also say that there is like they're operating behind a glass wall, where like it's like you're observing your life behind a glass wall, and you can't really feel the life, you can't really feel the connection or the warmth in life. Let's say you have a friend talking to you, but it's like you are seeing that friend, listening to them, but you are behind a glass wall. You can't really feel the connection, or you can't even feel what they are saying. Another aspect is some people may feel whole, or they may feel empty on the inside, like just having that hole in your chest. And then some people also may say that or may uh, explain this as feeling like a passenger in their own lives. This is where, like, instead of being taking the driver's seat in their lives, they're now just passengers, and someone else is driving. They don't even know who's driving, but they're just a passenger taking the back seat, and then someone else is driving. The other thing is someone may say that they feel like a zombie, like, or they are dead alive. Like things are moving, they are busy running up and down. They might be traveling, they might be even raising a family, or even having some good time with their friends, but they're just like a zombie. It's like they're dead alive. Like if you watch movies of zombies, it's like you just they are moving, brain dead, nothing. You don't even know what you're doing. Like you're not aware of what's happening. You see it, but you're not aware. And then the other thing is feeling emotionally flat. Like you're just flat. It's like low battery. Like nothing excites you. The hobbies you used to enjoy in the past, let's say you used to enjoy playing video games in the past, and it brought you some joy or some feeling of ecstasy, but currently you're not really enjoying them, however much you try. You even take that gamepad, you have some friends over, you try to play that game, but you can't really enjoy it. Like there's no excitement at all. It's just flat, and there's nothing coming up. If you've experienced these moments, it may be signs that you are emotionally numb. Like you've numbed down your emotions, not you actually. I'll explain later. It's like your system has numbed out your emotions. Or the other aspect is you may also feel this disconnection with reality. Like you see reality there, but you are disconnected. It's like there's a distance between you and reality. And this distance, you can't even explain it. You can't even put it with words. You can't even explain to someone else that, hey, something is off. Like there's just a disconnection from reality. So that's what emotional numbness is all about. And it's really a common experience, especially nowadays with this fast-paced life, where it's always up and down, being busy from this social media, from this internet, from this and this. It's a very common experience. And it's also a common experience for people who've been in abusive relationships, or people who've been raised in environments where they've been told that, or they've been emotionally invalidated, or they've been told that being emotional is not a manly thing. And it's so common for men, because at least for women are tend to be educated to express their emotions, like to feel, to cry. But for men, we're being told so much to man up, or bottle down the emotions, or like being emotional is not manly, is a feminine thing. So it's a very common thing for men. And also for men, we tend to push our emotions aside so that we can focus on work, or some other people call it being a responsible adult. So what causes numbness? So before we talk about what causes numbness is the clinical term which may be used to explain emotional numbness is anhedonia. But that's just a label, and we are not here to talk about the medical fluff or all those things. Let's just talk about you and what you're experiencing. So if you're just emotionally flat, feeling like a zombie, feeling dead inside, feeling disconnected from reality, or feeling like you're observing your life from another dimension, just know that you may be experiencing this emotional numbness, and it is not a disease. That's something you need to know. It is not a disease. It's actually your systems or your nervous system's way of protecting you. So the main cause of emotional numbness is a past experience. Let's say you had a past experience, and your nervous system, or let's call it your mind, was not able to protect you, or was not able to process that moment fully because it was overwhelming. It could be a traumatic experience, or it could be that you didn't have enough support. So your system went into this shutdown mode to protect you from feeling more pain. So at that moment, it was serving you, because mostly these mechanisms, these survival mechanisms which your mind or your nervous system develops to protect you, they protect you in the moment that experience is occurring. But what goes wrong is, after that experience has occurred, the mind still sticks to that survival mechanism or that protecting mechanism even after the experience has ended. Yeah, that's why. So you develop numbness. Let's say might be in childhood, or you had a horrible breakup, or you're constantly invalidated. It can just be a number of things. But now, as your mind has adopted this as your survival mechanism, it doesn't just leave it. It doesn't just leave it and say like, now I leave it. No, the mind doesn't work that way. The mind keeps something till the root cause, or till now you process what really led to this, to the mind developing this as your coping mechanism or as your survival mechanism. Hope that makes sense. So your mind learned this as a strategy, which means that the fact that your mind learned this as a strategy, it means that it can be unlearned, or it means it can be broken, or it means that it can be worked on. That's what healing is all about. It's all about finding out why your mind adopted numbing of emotions as a protective mechanism. It's like, metaphorically speaking, communicating to the mind that, hey, this person is an adult now, and this person is safe, and this person is away from that experience, and they are ready to feel their emotions, and they cannot be overwhelmed. That's basically what healing is all about, if explained in conscious way. Of course, it involves a lot of doing some deep work, being curious, like working with the subconscious part of your mind. But if I could explain in a very simple way, it's just telling your mind, or telling your subconscious part of your mind that, hey, this person is now safe. You can now let go of that protective mechanism. This person has grown up, or this person has left that environment. You can now unlearn this and allow this person to learn different mechanisms to keep themselves safe. So emotional numbness is not a disease. Yes, we may give it a lot of medical terms, but it's not a disease. It's just a disconnect between your past survival mechanisms and your present reality. And by working on your past experiences, or by processing those experiences which led to the development of these coping mechanism, we normally call this finding the root cause of the problem. By finding the root cause of the problem, we are able to get to the point where we process, or we communicate the mind that it's okay for this person to let go of that mechanism, as it's not serving them anymore and it's causing them more harm in their lives. So hope you found that informative, guys. So if you feel like a zombie, you feel dead inside, you feel hollow, you feel empty, you feel emotionless, you feel like you feel like, oh, you're operating in safe mode, you feel like gray, or you feel like in autopilot, or you're just flatlining in life, just know that you may be experiencing emotional numbness, and it's not a disease. It's just your system's way of protecting you, and you can unlearn it by doing serious, deep inner work. I hope you found that informative, guys. Until next time, have a wonderful day.